It's your boy Troy, AKA the Card Gorilla. Today we're gonna talk about the 3 rookie moves, the mistakes that you make that cost you money when you submit cards to PSA or any other grading service for that matter. But remember, it's okay to be a rookie, man. We all started there, but these tips, these insights are gonna help you. And make sure you stick around to the last tip because that's the one that's really gonna make all the difference in the world. But let's get started with tip number 1. The first mistake that often happens, and it's a sneaky one, is that you buy your own fantasy. And what that means is you might look at a card. You get a card, you're checking it out. It looks pretty good, but you notice a little something on the corners. You look a little bit deeper, maybe there's a lift on the edge. Maybe you kind of take a microfiber, you wipe the card down, and it looks like a pretty damn good card. And then you think to yourself, that's a small little thing here, and that corner's actually pretty good when you look at it. In that moment, you've bought the fantasy. And you start imagining what it's gonna be like in a tin, the profit around it that you're gonna make from the card, the deal that you got when you bought it, how much money you're gonna get when you sell it. My friend, you've just created a fantasy. As soon as you put it back in a penny sleeve and the holder and get ready to submit, you've now bought your fantasy. I've done it many times, that's how I know. I bought a card and I'm looking at it, I notice a little something, I send it in, and then months later I get those cards back. Man, 99 out of 100 times, they caught the thing that I saw as well. It rarely ever happens that they're gonna miss something when it comes to a grading card. The first mistake is we buy our own fantasy. It's not a fantasy, it's a reality. Look at it through the lens of reality. Now on that point, that brings us to number 2, is the lens. You have to inspect your cards deeply. In fact, I suggest you get something like this. This magnifying glass has LED lights on it. So you can hold it over your card. There's a lot of variety of these, different color orientations here. This little magnifying glass allows me to get even closer, and I inspect the entire card for that. Because one of the mistakes that we often overlook is the surface. So you're looking for surface, scratches, you're inspecting the back of the card, you're combing through the corners, combing through the edges. Even if you have like a glove on or something like that, feeling the edges to make sure there's no like bumps or anything like that. But you have to have like a process or a system when it comes to grading. You're gonna create your own process, your own system. But what I'm sharing right now are just some tips, some insights to kind of help you out. But at the end of the day, that's what it is. You're building your own process. I take cards from here, here's where I source them. This is the process of evaluation I put them through, and then this is what I do with cards that I grade. Where do you send them to get submitted? Is it straight through PSA or GameStop? And then what are you gonna do with the cards that don't pass your inspection? So you're kind of building like a funnel, a system. But part of that has to be your inspection process. And over time, you'll get better and better at this. You'll notice what to look for. And again, you won't buy the fantasy. You'll know that the fantasy isn't actual reality. And then the last step, the most important step, is that there has to be enough value in the card in a PSA 9. That's actually the lens you want to look through. Meaning, like if I look at this card right here, I got like a stack of cards next to me, right? These are like some Kobe Bryant cards, Superman, like these are good cards, right? Like in a 10, fantastic cards. But the reality is in a 9, they're a pretty common card. So in a 9, they don't score very well. So these probably are cards, unless it looks fantastic, it looks perfect, I'm not gonna submit these cards. But like this card, there's a refractor version of it. Man, if you have this card, even in an 8, you're gonna make money. It's this Allies card with Shaq and Kobe on it. But the base card in a 9, not much value there. In a 10, yes. So again, I'm looking at what it would score in a 9. I'm gonna presume it's gonna get a 9. And if this is gonna get like break even type of money, maybe even lose money in a 9, I'm not gonna submit it. So that's where you're making the mistake, is you're getting a card that in a 10 does really well, but in a 9, it doesn't do very well. Maybe that means you're starting to look at autographed cards or downtowns, uptowns. These are cards that in a 10, fantastic, but in a 9, you're still gonna profit from. In an 8, I wanna break even at worst. So I'm kind of covering my butt by like checking off the boxes. A 9 is what I'm looking at. Can I profit at a 9? In a 10, fantastic, it comes back at a 10. Low numbered cards, refractor cards, autograph cards come to mind. All these types of things are what I'm really looking to get graded. Side note, goes back to our last step, was when you've mastered your system, like the process of evaluating your cards, When you've got that dialed in and you go, man, this card is in fantastic condition, I really believe it's gonna be a 10. That one may be one that you pass along. Again, good example of a card in a 10, sure, I'll send it in. This card in a 10, yes, I would send it in. But the reality is, just by looking at them right now in a raw form, they're not gonna get 10s. So in a 9, it's not worth it even sending in. They're too common of a card. But something more rare, like sending this card in downtown, came back in a 9, fine, I'm still gonna profit on this card. In an 8, probably break even. Would've been great to have it in a 10, but oh well, right? We didn't lose. We take the profit and we move on. We just keep it rolling, keep it rolling, keep it rolling. It takes time and it takes those base hits, the little wins, and eventually those leads to the home runs. But my friend, it's okay to be a rookie. It's okay to make mistakes. That's part of the process. That's part of the learning. One of the things I want you to see from these insights is the process isn't perfect. And you're gonna make mistakes along the way. But if you grab the lessons along the way, you'll get much better at this. You'll learn to enjoy the journey. It shouldn't feel stressful for you. It should feel fun. It's a hobby. It's playful. It's extra. It's a way to meet people, make connections, learn about yourself, learn skill sets. Don't make it a serious thing. Make it a fun thing. I'm sure I'll see you soon at a show or online right here. Until next time. Peace.